Hey Metal Maniacs, this is Dani MVN of Injector Spain, and you are thrashing it up on Dave Softee's Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio.
Alrighty, here we go, Metal Maniacs. Please help me welcome to Metal Messiah Radio, hailing from Spain, from Thrashers in Injector. Joining us, we have Dani Martinez, vocalist and guitarist, here to talk about the band's latest offering, Hunt of the Rawhead, released December 18th, 2020, through Art Gates Records, based in Spain, as well as all the latest news concerning Injector. I want to welcome you to Metal Meltdown. Dani, thank you for this opportunity. If you can, please inform the listeners on who makes up the rest of the Injector lineup.
Hey there, I'm Dani Martinez, Dani MVN, and as you said, vocalist and guitarist, and the only member here today. But we have another three guys completing the lineup. Mafy, he's the bassist, and he does also some vocals. Danny B, the other guitarist, and Anibal playing drums.
Thank you so much, bro. And I'm very curious to know, how have you been out there during this COVID-19 pandemic? How has it been for you?
Well, we have been composing and recording almost all the songs for our new album, as well as rehearsing as much as we could. If there's something positive about this whole pandemic and lockdown stuff, is that we have had so much time to put together all the songs without hurry. I think that's a big part of what makes this new album our best yet. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, I am loving it, that's for sure. And I see that Injector formed in 2012, and you have two previous offerings prior to Hunt of the Rawhead. That is 2015's Black Genesis and 2018's Stone Prevails. But getting back to Hunt of the Rawhead, this is an amazing album. I must say it's a total kick-ass thrash offering, and it has a feel to me like a Death Angel vibe. It was really killer stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it could be.
You feel the same thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We love that
Yeah,
band.
yeah, no doubt about that. And what was the process like for you in the creation of your tunes? Like, for instance, who writes the music and the words to the Injector songs?
Yeah, we usually come to the rehearsals with some new riffs or almost finished songs. But when that's done, the four of us sit down in our rehearsal room with our guitars and discuss what we could improve or change in the song to make them better. Because we are only comfortable with the compositions if every member loves every part of it. If there's a point where a member thinks, nah, that's so, then then we have to improve it to make it better. That's the only way the band works for us. Um, and about the lyrics, they are mainly written by Mafy and me, the bassist. He usually brings some great ideas, and I do some tweaks here and there and translate them because most of the time he brings lyrics in Spanish. So I translate the lyrics, and almost all of our songs tell the story of the first encounter between humans and the alien creature, that we call Injector. And he appears in the three album covers. Um, the first album, for example, we told the story of this encounter. Then on the second album, uh, we told the extinction and slaughter of the human being. And in this new Hunt of the Rawhead, the remaining humans are starting to gather and trying to fight back these creatures. Um, but yeah. They are not albums like just one concept, one story, but they talk about the same universe, we could
Like you
say.
have three different chapters.
Yeah. It's not just perfect in a perfect order, but we talk every time about this universe we created back um, in the
Yeah,
first
it sounds
album.
like almost the Alien movies put on record.
Yeah, I have in fact a tattoo of the xenomorph in my palette.
Very
So
nice. And let's learn all we can about the making of Hunt of the Rawhead. Now, I'm not sure how this COVID pandemic was for the creation of this music. Did it slow down the process of getting the music ready for this offering, or do you find it as an advantage for you to concentrate more on getting it all done? Did it have any effect whatsoever on the making of this?
Yeah, yeah. It was slowed down for sure, the process, but now I see this as a good thing because we recorded and mixed the album this summer. But before that, we had plenty of time to improve all the songs. We had already, well, supposedly finished all night songs before the summer, but as COVID struck, we realized we had more time to make things better, and this resulted in a huge part of the album sound. It went for the
Very
better.
good. And who produced, mixed, and mastered this offering? And where was this recorded? What studio was this recorded in?
It was me who recorded, mixed, and mastered the whole thing. I have a studio here in Cartagena, Spain, where I work most of the time. So that makes things so much easier for sure.
Very good. That does help. And the cover art has futuristic imagery, as we've just discussed, how it reminds me of like the alien movies, and it's even
Yeah,
apocalyptic. Who designed it, and who designed the band's logo?
yeah. All the art of the band is made by Enrique Garcia Morales, the same guy who did the previous album covers. We gave him some ideas like the injector mounting the creature in the album cover, or some more indications like the blood symbol on the back cover. But once we told him the initial ideas, he takes the lead, and he did almost everything we wanted to. We trust him in almost every artistic decisions. So he is almost another member of the band, at least in the art
That sounds
department.
great. I'm glad that was working out for you. And what led you to signing with Art Gates Records based in Spain?
Well, we've worked with them for a long time now. With the two previous albums, we've working for about 5 years or so. Well, we found no one to do things better than they do for us for this new album. So we know each other very well, and things have been great since this new release, and we are very much satisfied with the work they have been doing for
That's
sure.
very good to hear. And is there a plan of any touring in support of Hunt of the Rawhead in 2021? I'd like to know what your thoughts are.
Well, yeah, thing is, here in Spain, the situation is very problematic. Well, as I said, here in Spain, the situation is very problematic, as it is in almost every country, I
Right.
suppose. Uh, Shows are very, very limited, and we may perform one or two times in certain cities in the next month. For example, in Madrid and Valladolid, we there's some venues, but yeah, it's rare. So we may do some streamings there, but we are waiting for the moment we can pick up the van and just drive and tour for days, because that's one of the most important things for us, the touring, the shows. And Injector exists basically because of this. The concerts are what we enjoy the most.
Yeah, I understand that. And do you have any shows in the works that we can spread the word on? Anything that we can inform the fans about in the year 2021, maybe in the summertime? You have anything lining up?
Yeah, all the shows we had to cancel before the COVID, it's all planned, but it's difficult to say anything about that right now because, well, I just hope the vaccines work as intended and all get back to normality. And if we are lucky on this, great shows and festivals are going to happen this summer. But I really can't confirm anything because one day things are great, and the other day it's all fucked
Yeah,
up.
this is true.
So we can't announce any
This is
dates for
true.
now.
I mean, you're talking about the vaccines, but even that being said, I know personal people in my life that just got COVID, and it's like, what? So it's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's going away. The only solution I think are the vaccines, because what can we do instead of that? The COVID it's here for almost forever. I think like any disease like the flu or colds.
And I remember back in March, Spain got hit real bad. So did Italy and France, just as it did happen in America. It was really brutal. A lot of deaths. It was really, really
Yeah,
sad.
yeah. Here in Spain in the beginning, like in March or something like that, it was brutal here. Lots of deaths, and things have calmed down already, but every day there are lots of new people with the disease. So we're fucked for now.
This is unfortunately true. But the one thing you need to do, because you're not able to do touring, so you're not really able to make uh, the money you'd like to. But one way that you can is by informing the listeners and the fans of Injector on how they could get merch to support the band. So I want to give some links to the fans listening to get merch that they can support Injector. I want to give you a Facebook, of course. It's facebook.com/pages/ Injector. And then I have a bunch of numbers there: 306-476-9160-96098. I don't know what that's all about, but that's what led me to the Injector Facebook page. And also, you have your Bandcamp. That's
Yeah.
injector.bandcamp.com. And you also have Spotify and other avenues for the music. What would you say would be the best place for a fan to get the merch? You have any other links that you like to share with us?
The easier way may be just messaging us via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or just email us to injectormetal@gmail.com, or well, just go to the Argates Records store webpage and buy the stuff there. But any way to buy our merch or our CDs is a good way to support
Exactly.
us.
And what merch do you currently have available for your fans out there?
Well, there's the new merchandising. We have two new shirts, one for the album cover and one with the footprint of the beast in the cover. They are
Nice.
killer. And we have also some old models like the previous album covers, some other designs like the logo, patches, shorts, and of course the two previous CDs, Black Genesis and Stone Prevails. You can check all this stuff on our page on Facebook or Instagram. We have a little shop there to at least to look at the models
All right, so
available.
that's Instagram.com/injector dash official, just to give that out
Yeah,
there to the fans. And let's talk videos. I was checking out Injector Thrash videos on the youtube.com/user// Artgates Records, and I found three official videos or lyric videos.
yeah.
One for the Dreadnought race, one for Into the Black, and one for March to Kill. Could you give us some background as far as the production of these videos, the editing, and who was responsible for getting these videos done?
Yeah, of course. March to Kill was the first song we released since our previous album. What was it's a video clip. We recorded that in a difficult time because here in Cartagena, well, it's part of a region. Okay, so like a state in the United States. We can't go out from the city right now because of COVID, and we had to found some places to record all this, and it was really difficult here in the city. But well, we achieved to record the video, and well, that was the first song. Then we released Into the Black, was a lyric video. Not much to say about this, just the second single. And Dreadnought Race was a video in the studio where we recorded the full album. Um, so yeah, that was the three singles. We and it were released before the full album released. Yeah, I think those three songs are the, the the best way to listen to the style we are doing right
Yeah,
now.
thank you very much for the information on that. And does Injector plan on making any future music or lyrical videos?
Yeah, we are working on it, as well as new video clips. And if this whole pandemic stuff let us work properly, we will record a new one very very soon, like in February or
Very
something
good.
like
That's
that.
great news. Thank you for sharing that info with us. And do you consider yourself a gearhead? Would you like to talk about your guitars or anything related to what you play?
Yeah, yeah. I am currently playing. Well, I have three main guitars right now. A Charvel Model 7 from 1988, if I'm not mistaken, with passive pickups. I have a Jackson V with active pickups and a Corset Custom, which I use mainly for rehearsals and recording some stuff. On shows, I mainly use the Charvel and the Jackson guitars. I love the feel and I don't know the overall sound. Danny V, the other guitarist, is currently playing a Red Hammer Diablo, a beautiful guitar from 1992, I think. Regarding amplifiers, I use an old PV cabinet. Not sure about the exact year or model. To be honest, I just love it. I love how it sounds, and I bought it secondhand. And Danny uses Mesa Boogie for cabinets, and Hughes and Kedner for the amp head. Um, uh, uh, One thing important about the recording of the album is we used a Furman parametric EQ from the 80s, and that's a big part of the guitar sound in this new album.
Very cool. Thank you for spending time talking about the gear there. And I'm curious to know, Danny, what do you do when you're not doing the band? Obviously, you need to pay your bills. You need to have a regular job, I would imagine. So, what do
Yeah.
you actually do?
Well, I'm an engineer. I'm working right now at my own recording studio, Soup Studios, here in Cartagena. Things are rough right now because of COVID, but I can't complain. I can't really complain about the amount of bands coming up to the studio, at least for now. And that's what I do for a living. Music absorbs pretty much all of my time, but when I'm not working on music, yeah, I just cinema or read or video games. But what I do for a living is working at my
Excellent.
recording studio.
That's great. And what would you say would be next for Injector? I would imagine focusing on the future possibilities of shows, but beyond that, what would you say? Have you been writing for the future recordings of Injector, or what would you say you have next for Injector?
Yeah. First thing we want to do is recording new videos, as I said before. Do some more streamings and keep rehearsing and composing while we wait for the pandemic to get controlled, and just hope to be able to tour very soon, as this is what we love, enjoy the most. For now, we are working on the songs from the album, playing all of them every week, and waiting for the moment to go back to the road. But we also have some other songs already finished that did not made up for this album, and we may release an EP later this year. So we have plenty of things prepared.
That's great news. And Denny, I want to thank you for spending time with us tonight on Metal Meltdown on Metal Messiah Radio. I do believe that we learned a lot about Injector, but I want to make sure that we got everything covered. That being said, is there anything that you'd like to bring out there to the listeners that we have yet to discuss yet?
Yeah, the interview has been great. Love to talk to you, and well, all things got pretty much covered. And maybe the only thing that comes to my mind right now is that we are about to announce the release date for the vinyl edition of our new
Excellent.
album. Uh, yeah, we are waiting for the labels, which are Clifford Records and Metal Media, to confirm us the dates, but will be for sure on February, late February probably. and it's gonna be awesome to have in our hands our first vinyl, and we are really really looking forward to
Could
that
you
day.
tell us more about this vinyl? Will it be like a certain kind of color scheme, or will it be just basic? Or
Yeah, yeah. The art will be yes, more or less like the CD, but the vinyl will be purple. It's a limited edition, 300 copies, if I'm not mistaken. We will open the pre-orders. We will announce the date and all that stuff. But yeah, it's great. It's a purple vinyl, really high
as a matter of
quality.
fact, I did see that on your Facebook. I actually did see that earlier today. That's cool. Yes, and
Yeah.
Denny, at this time, would you like to say anything to your fans that are tuning in right now?
Well, as these difficult times pass, just enjoy life, enjoy music, and do as much as you can. And well, I don't know, just enjoy life. Yeah, that's the only thing you have to
You
do
enjoy
right
life
now.
the best that you can without getting sick from this COVID, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
it's a
that's it.
really shitty situation. Well, I want to wish you, Denny, and all in Injector a great 2021, and may you have many
As
years of
well.
future success. I really have enjoyed talking with you, but I really enjoy your music. And every time I play it, in the chat room, I'm always saying, "Man, this feels just like a Death Angel type of vibe," and you agree on that, so that's a cool thing.
Yeah,
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 and
yeah.
just stay COVID free out there and keep in touch. And when you have more updates as far as the videos, let us know. And as far as getting out there to perform this, also let us know. We'll help spread the word. And definitely keep in touch with us. And we'll be following you for the years to come. And I look forward to the future possibilities of having you back on the show for your future releases.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I will be really, really glad to be able
Yeah,
to
I
come
want
back
to thank
here.
you for a very informative interview. I love talking with you, and I know the music is new, but it felt like it took a while to actually get with you to do this. So I really
Yeah,
appreciate that we got this done, and that's the most important thing. And let's go crank up some more Injector with music off of Hunt for the Rawhead, and let's crank it up loud, bro.